Hello, welcome Butterfly Booktubers. I just wanted to give you guys a quick bookshelf tour. This shelf you're looking at is more or less my TBR shelf. These are all the books that I have one book that I'm currently reading in here. Which is Tiger's Curse by Colleen Houck. But I wanted to do a bookshelf tour, just tell you what I have. But these are the books that I want to get to before anything else. Starting with The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. And Glittering Court by Rochelle Mead, and that is a signed copy. Frostblood by Ellie Blake. I actually won this book in a contest at Barnes & Noble. Etiquette and Espionage, Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. And rearrange this a little bit here. I want to get to the Darker Shade of Magic trilogy that I have here. Starting with the first one, which of course, and this is the Barnes & Noble special edition, but it's by V.E. Schwab, Darker Shade of Magic. The second one, A Gathering of Shadows. And the last one, A Conjuring of Light. The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Wind Witch by Susan Dennard. Bone Witch by Rin Chupeco. The Darkest Mind by Alexandra Bracken. Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. That's just a journal. And this I just got, Invictus by Ryan Groden. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. And I just showed you Tiger's Curse. I'm currently reading that. Furthermore by Tahereh Mafi. Moving down to the next shelf. And this is also my art shelf, so I have a lot of my coloring books. Those are all my coloring books, but I will save that for another day, and my supplies. But I will save that for another day. But here's a few more books on my TBR shelf. Here are the rest of the Tiger's Curse trilogy, or quartet, I mean. Tiger's Quest. Tiger's Voyage, and this is by Colleen Houck. Tiger's Destiny. The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodgkin. Warcross by Marie Lu. They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. All Rights Reserved by Gregory Scott Katsoulis. When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. Scythe by Neil Shusterman. And Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. These are all the books that I want to get to. Stay tuned. I have two more bookshelves. I'm gonna take you to my next one. 1 second.
She was around here somewhere.
Okay, back to my next shelf. These are keep in mind these are in my living room. But starting with the first shelf, I won't get these out because this is high. I got Heartless by Marissa Meyer, Caravel, the first 4 books in the Dark Tower series by Stephen King, The Gunslinger, Drawing of the Three, The Wastelands and Wizarding Glass, Under the Dome by Stephen King, 11/22,
You just have somebody fired because you don't like them.
63 by Stephen King.
Okay. She doesn't matter. The cat is gone. Everything's back to normal.
Dr. Sleep, Carrie, A Language of Thorns by Lee Bardugo and Dolores Claiborne,
You and me.
You're kidding me.
A Buick 8, Firestarter, The Bachman Books,
Breaking up with me.
The Regulators, Rose Matter, Gerald's Game, and this is The Handmaid's Tale back here. You can't see it, but it's The Handmaid's Tale, and The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding. And this is just my wife's Hanukkah shelf. As you know, my wife is Jewish. And that's her Minch on the Bench, and just all her menorah and all her Jewish stuff. And this is my Harry Potter books. The first one, The Sorcerer's Stone, A Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire. There's the 5th one, the 6th one, and the 7th one. And there's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Cursed Child. These are the 2 Five Nights at Freddy's books, Silver Eyes and the Twisted one. This is just a book on witches, Wonder Woman by Lee Bardugo. This is just a book on Edgar Allan Poe's poems, Ruby Red by Kristen Gear, Dorothy Must Die. And that one is by Danielle Page. Alice in Zombieland by Gina Showalter. This one is The Afterlife of Holly Chase. That's the new one that just came out. And these are just some Ellen DeGeneres books. My wife and I adore her. And these are just her books. Going down to the next shelf. Got to move all the bookmarks and just a little stuff that we keep up there. These are just, I believe that's just a book on Siamese cats, The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold, Divergent by Veronica Roth. And these is just a collection of Alice in Wonderland books, the Barnes & Noble editions. And here's my copy of Wicked, Before I Fall. That is by Lauren Oliver. This is my hardcover edition of It. This is Auschwitz, A New History by Lawrence Reese. Ruta Sepetys, Between Shades of Grey. A Street Cat Named Bob by James Bowen. World According to Bob. Schindler's List, Zookeeper's Wife. As you can tell, my wife just did a video on Nonfiction November on that. Just kind of move these down so I can show you. Will Grayson. That one is by John Green and David Leviathan. And this is just a little cute edition of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland I found. Truth Witch by Susan Dennard, which I just read. That's just a planner. My Name is Mahtab by Mahtab Mahmoodi, which is the daughter of Betty Mahmoodi. The Secret Holocaust Diaries. And I just wanted to make a correction on my wife's last video. She got a little confused. I have not read this book. The one she was talking about where I had a hard time reading was this one. But I just wanted to make a correction on that. And then The Princess Diarist by Carrie Fisher. Alright, we'll move these back up here. Okay, now for the bottom shelf is my edition of Lord of the Rings. Complete Tales of Edgar Allan Poe. Another copy of Lord of the Rings. Replica, and I believe that by Lauren Oliver. A few more Stephen King books. Needful Things in Different Seasons. 13 Reasons Why. And here's a few books my wife just picked up. Dawn and Night by Ellie Weasel. This one is Prisoner B3087. And that is autographed. And here's my wife's R.L. Stein collection. Give Me a Kill. The Dead Boyfriend, Can You Keep a Secret, The Lost Girl, Don't Stay Up Too Late, Party Games, Fear, Betrayal, Curse, Temptation, Bitten, and here's her Nerdy Nummies cookbook. Okay, so I'm going to go upstairs and show you what I have upstairs, which is most of my fantasy books. But stay tuned. Okay, and for my vinyl bookshelf, got a lot, those are just some Jewish books up there. But these are most of my fantasies. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath. Okay. As you see, I got the Twilight series. Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn. Those are my Alexander Bracken books. Passenger and The Wayfarer. Excuse me, guys. And Prisoner of Night and Fog. Conspiracy of Blood and Smoke. The Fault in Our Stars. Stalking Jack the Ripper. One second, guys. Alright, guys. That is The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, How to Hang a Witch, and there's just my regular copy of Darker Shade of Magic, The Book Thief, Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, The Hate You Give, The Girl on the Train, Geekarella, The Kite Runner, Murder on the Orient Express, The You I've Never Known, awesome book. Those are a couple arcs that I got from Barnes & Noble. I just happened to have asked for them, and they're already out, of course, but The Memory of Flora Banks and The Child Finder. Those are arcs. And now we're going to get into more of my fantasy books. But here are, kind of set these down here so you can see them. But here are my Rick Riordan books. I got The Hidden Oracle. This is the first Apollo book. Both the Magnus Chase books. I need the third one. This is the last one of the last Olympian of the Percy Jackson series. And these are just a couple random books. The Haunting of Hill House, The Body Snatchers, and then the first Percy Jackson book, The Lost Hero, The Son of Neptune. And then now, which you probably seen it just a second ago, but here's my Cassandra Clare books. Clockwork Prince, The Bane Chronicles, Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls, City of Heavenly Fire, and here's a Barnes & Noble copy of Alice Adventures in Wonderland and Other Classic Works. Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. And let's see, we got some books here. So, Interview with the Vampire, Throne of Glass. Here's a Goosebumps book of my wife's, and it's just a journal, but there's Ferris, Ruin and Rising, Siege and Storm, Shadow and Bone, Smoke and Bone, Blood and Starlight, and Dreams of Gods and Monsters. So, Laini Taylor, that's Leigh Bardugo, Marissa Meyer. And here's a copy of Court of Thorns and Roses, and here's my Lunar Chronicles books. Cinder, Scarlet Crest, Winter, Stars Above, and my Chris Colfer books. Land of Stories, The Wishing Well. I've forgotten the names since then. I haven't gotten them out, but there's the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, the sixth one that just came out. Worlds Collide. And here's a copy of Dracula. 2 more shelves, guys. And here's my 50 Shade Trilogy book, which I will be reading in November, or not November, but February is when I usually like to read that. And I got my Ark of Expelled, my Sanctum, Asylum, and Catacomb book, Queen of Hearts. I do have a few multiple copies of some books, and here's my Splintered books. Untamed, Splintered, Unhinged, Unsnared, The Fifth Wave, Lizzie's Story by Stephen King. And here's my Home for my Miss Peregrine books. And there's my paperback copy. And there's my hard copies of the Akawar, my copy of Wonder Woman, Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom. There's the Last Star and the Infinite Sea, from the Fifth Wave books. And there is my 2 hardback copies of Blood and Wonderland, Queen of Hearts, and just a pocket edition of It by Stephen King. Here's my little Pennywise doll. There's 2 Stephen King books there. Believe the first 2 Dark Tower books. And Stephen King It, the movie tie-in edition. Song of Susanna by Stephen King. And then some more of my Cassandra Clare. This is Shadowhunter Academy, Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, Lady Midnight, Lord of Shadows, Illuminate Gemina, and my Sarah J. Maas books. Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, The Assassin's Blade, Heir of Fire, Queen of Shadow, Empire of Storms, and there's Frankenstein right here. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. That is my bookshelf tour. As you can see, I have quite a few books. Thanks for watching. And you can see my pop dolls up there. And a few random things, some candles. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys with a new video soon. Bye-bye.